All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dow. What I'm going to do this morning, I'm going to come on here and talk to you about the American dream that has literally become the American nightmare. All right, listen to me very closely. Okay. Obviously, the dream in this country is for people to own what you call their own home. All right. And the system has taught you deceptive terms. They have taught you to think that you own your own home as long as you're paying a mortgage between $1,000 and $3,000 a month. And of course, now renting is prudent in the environment we're living in right now, because at least you don't have to be responsible for depending on where you go, the yard, or if the appliances fail or something like that. But the scope and nature of this video right here, and believe me, I'm not giving a series on giving out all the wisdom, but I'm going to try to do what I can to help as many as I can, those who have the ears to hear. You can, there are people out there that snatch up homes and properties on tax lien sales. And what that means is that there are some people who have defaulted, allegedly, quote unquote, on their home because they have not paid their taxes in some time. And so over a period of time, there's been, different fees that has been assessed against the properties and things like that. Now, it's all dependent on where you at. You need to be very wise about where you're going to move. If you're going to do something like that. Now, you can snatch up homes all day long for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, big homes, but that will need probably about $20,000 put into it to make it a very, very nice home. But you would actually have to have some type of form of building experience, or either know someone that can help you out, i.e. a friend, brother or sister, or somebody like that who has building experience that can actually cut down the cost of labor, because labor is a very, very large part of building. When you go out here and see these homes, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, half of that home cost is the labor that was involved in it. Most people don't know that. That's the reason why I'd advocate you getting out there and learning how to do it yourself. I did. I mean, after all, I chose this home right here. I chose to lay it in block, and I have my own particular reasons about laying this particular home and the walls in block, and I'll discuss that a little bit later on. But I chose concrete, and because concrete lasts a long, long time. But let me give you some advice, okay? The reason why it's very, very prudent in the time that we're living in to develop healthy relationships, and that's becoming increasingly difficult as the days go by, because can I tell you the truth? I'm really going to tell you the truth, and this applies to everybody. I'm going to tell you the reason why it's very difficult to develop healthy relationships, because whether you like it or not, we need each other. We really, truly do. We need each other in this earth. But I'm going to tell you the reason why it's hard to develop healthy relationships. Are you ready? Are you listening? Stop what you're doing. Be very quiet. I'm going to give you the secret. You ready? Because you are something else. That's right. A relationship is about give and take. And of course, we are selfish as hell unless everything is working the way that we think it ought to work. Otherwise, it ain't going to work at all. And of course, that's the reason why you see a lot of shell of men, women who are running around spawning on men and stuff, and they act like that they're happy, but they're not happy at all because things are out of order. Boy, it's so easy for me to get off on the scope of the subject of this video, isn't it? I guess that's just what I am as a preacher. But anyway, my advice is you don't want to be caught in these population centers. So what do? This is what you do. The first thing you do, I wouldn't advise ever having a homestead by yourself. It's just not intelligent whatsoever at all. It really isn't. The least amount of families that you would need is 3. That's the least. You can do it with 2. You can do it by yourself. Or if you have someone that has a lot of honor and a lot of integrity, and that is very truthful and honest in their dealings, like myself, Pastor Fox, Brother Randy, Brother Al, Brother Mitch, the saints down in Texas. I could go all day. I can't go all day long because there's only a few of us. I'm giving you personal examples of people who are trustworthy, as long as you're following the commandments, being moral. It could be a possibility, but you have to understand, most people are not going to go out there, and because of the way that their mind is shaped, and buy 10 acres of land and then invite you to come and build your home or your house on their land. Because some of you later on will cut a fool, act a fool, and then you would have to be put off. But however, if you have one heart, one mind, one soul, one spirit, and you all join in with the letter and the spirit of what the word says, and the spirit of love is working, shouldn't have any problem whatsoever at all. We're proof positive of it. Not only that, you have a tight 360 around your perimeter when you can have reliable people. And that's the problem, because man is so unjust today. You can barely even find. The Bible says that he looked among 1,000 and he could not find one woman. But among 1,000, he could only find one man. That's it. Can you imagine that? So among 1,000 people, only one man. And among 1,000 women, 0. That's what the book says. I mean, you carry the Bible. But anyway, the ideal is you try to look anywhere from like an acre to 5 acres. And the first step is to actually purchase the land, buy the land, pay off the land. From there, if you have good relationships with someone, because you know how Americans are. Americans are just like this system of capitalism. That's why we have greed in this country, because we function after a capitalistic mindset. We go and make fun of communists, we make fun of socialists, and we implement every single one of those aspects of society in the American society, but we give ourselves a pass because we don't call ourselves capitalists. But the truth is, that's the way it is. That's why you see so much suffering and so much poverty going on in here, because you have the have and have-nots. And here I go again. Let me try. It's hard because I can't help but to educate people as I go. But anyway, here I go again. There are some just men, as few as they are, that will help and get the things done. But there ain't too many trustworthy people. And then, if you are a leader anywhere, it's important that you have accountability. It's important. I don't care where you go in this earth, you must have accountability. You can't be a sovereign to yourself. You look at a lot of these ministries and stuff, it's like, okay, we understand the importance of having a leader. But the leader has to have checks and balances as well. In other words, you need to surround yourself with men who know that book just as much as you do, up to the level you do. And if you mess up and screw up, they will hold you accountable for it. And that's the age-old problem right here today, is that people don't want to be held accountable. Nobody don't want nobody telling them what to do, and I ain't having nobody tell me nothing. And that's just the way it is. It's just sad and sorry. That's why people can't get together. But accountability is important. Very important. All right. But 1 to 5 acres of land. The ideal is to know people who know how to build. See, in the Straightway Truth Ministry, we've already secured land in places. And I am trying my best. Also, while we have the workload here, I am trying my best to position myself personally. Because myself, Elder Doug, and I can include Brother James on it, we can go anywhere, any piece of land, and we communicate with each other, but each one of us can actually be a foreman when it comes to building a home. I mean, literally. I can go to a place, start with jack crap nothing. Now, I'm the foundation man. I will do the foundation, all this other stuff. I can also do the framing and stuff, but we work as a network. And so let's say if we wanted to build a home for some saints, Now, it's obvious that we can't spend 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks at a pop in another geographical location in order to help secure them a home. So what can we do? What we can do is this. Listen to me very closely. I can't have all these people around to actually do the groundwork, to do the dirt work, because it's tedious. I can't have some people who want to learn, and I can teach them while I'm there. But it takes time for people to learn how to run a dozer. It takes time to learn how to run a backhoe, and I ain't got the time to teach them because I can't be staying down here a whole week trying to teach you how to do something. It's only going to take me a few hours to get the foundation dug and done. And plus, you got to know mathematics. You have to know math. You're not building nothing without math. You ain't doing it. And you got to know math. You ain't escaping math in nothing. That's all there is to it. So, I can teach you while I'm going along, but it's what you do with the information after I've given it to you, because I show it to you, you don't have it. You have to go out and practice it. You have to implement it. That's what I did. I'm only telling you things that I've done myself. But after the foundation work and everything is done, what you need is you need some people who you can coordinate getting this house done. Because see, you don't want to go out there and fall up under the hand of the bankers. You don't want to fall up under the hand of these mortgage lenders. You don't want to fall up under the tyranny of any of them. If you can't pay for it as you go, I mean, even if let's say if you have to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and put $15,000 down on a credit card, okay? You buy you $15,000 worth of lumber and building materials. You put it on there. And then you put that card away and don't charge nothing else until you can pay the thing off. That's how you do it. Most people ain't got a $15,000 credit limit on credit cards or something like that. But some of us do. Some of us do. And we can do that. We have that kind of room and ceiling because, in this world, your credit tells the world what kind of person you are. Did y'all hear what I said? In this world, your credit tells the world what kind of person you are. They can't judge you based on your heart because your heart is wicked. You'll say one thing and do another. But they're not going to trust you for your word. That's why they have you signing documents and contracts, because they have to insulate and protect themselves from you in case you default on your word, because you know what'll happen. Something will come up and then you'll say, well, I'm here, I'm living here, and I'd rather pay this and default on my word and not pay this because I can't pay this, but you expect to live free and they're not having it. They got to protect their investment. That's why they go through all that. And some of you, your word ain't worth a damn. I hate to put it like that, but it's just the truth. Oh, you look good on the outside, and you know how to say great swelling words of vanity, and you know how to deceive people with your wicked heart and everything, which I've learned very, very painful lessons over the last 20 years. But they can't trust you. So the world equates your integrity, your being a man or woman of your word, based on your credit score. Sorry, that's just the way it is. What can we do in the Israelite community to know if you're a real, true man and woman of your word? Because I've seen hundreds of people who claim to be men and women of their word. And boy, you know how good that word was? That word wasn't that word wasn't worth the cow dung that's sitting right across the street from me. I've had men and women vow, I'm going to stick with this until the day I die. This is right. A week later, kick the trace is gone. Well, you know why? They get offended. I'm doing it again. Would y'all pray for me? I'm telling you, I can't help but to inform people of the intricacies of workings among men. But you go out there, you get the building material, or either you save and get the building material. And the ideal is you get people who know what they're doing. Now, myself, Elder Doug, and Brother James, we are the chief master builders in the Straightway Ministry. Period. You can give us the plans of any house. We can build any house in this world. Any house. But we don't live like that. We are living a simple, quiet life. We're not looking for these extravagant homes with all the bells and whistles. We want a roof over our head, a functional home, preferably with a wood stove, so that when electricity go out, think about this, you can stay warm. I heard some people some time ago, my God of mercy, I think it was George Gordon said this guy called him up, I don't know what we're going to do up here in the north. Oh, God of mercy. My Social Security, it can only take so much. And the prices of this heating oil, it is going way up. I don't know what we can do. How we going to make it? I guess we just go out to eat cans and the beans and cans. And I don't know. I don't know how we're going. I got to pay $4, $5, $6 a gallon for oil heating oil. How we gonna make it? And them people will sell themselves, their children, everything they got in order to pay for the convenience of the heating oil, because they are lazy as hell. All I have to do, every time you go around, you can take a country drive, get your pickup truck. You better off buying a truck than an SUV or a car. It's foolish as hell if you own land and you want to go out and buy some damn SUV or some car. Are you out of your damn mind? I'm sorry, I got to talk like that. A truck is the life of any home and community. I'm dropping all kind of wisdom right here for y'all people. I'm telling you. Why? You can haul stuff in a truck. You can find dead wood on the side of the road or something like that, or either go up and be kind of nice and ask someone who has a bunch of dead trees laying around, can I clean up your yard for you? And you take the lumber, stack it up in your yard, and you have a wood stove, and you don't have to worry about no heating oil prices. And you've been able to, guess what? Heat your home. And using the same principle that people have been using for hundreds of years. Wood. Only one problem, though. You gotta go get it. It's like here at the community. People like, oh man, these strawberries are good. Oh, these blackberries are good. Oh, these green beans, man, when y'all grow this food, it's good. Oh, this broccoli and this cabbage, man, it's the bomb. Oh, man, y'all, I never in my life taste chicken like this, Pastor Dow. Wow, oh, man, this is good stuff. Whoa, man. You won't think any of that is that good if you had to get out here every single day, besides the Shabbat, and labor in those areas in order to maintain the integrity of the garden or the rearing of the livestock. So you can come down here and enjoy a meal that costs something. Hey, it takes a sister somewhere between 5 and 8 hours to cook for 70 people. And all you do is come and set up on the table and you done your due diligence. This is good and stuff. See, that's the reason why we don't waste food here. I've done it again. Oh, the principles of life. In other words, it's all good unless you had to get out there and get your lazy butt out there to labor to do it. Otherwise, you can't appreciate what somebody else has done in order to make your life better unless you do it yourself. And that's the reason why many of you will never understand what it means and to comprehend what it means in the spirit and the soul of things to actually grow your own food, grow your own garden. Anyway, you have to find faithful brothers and sisters who know what they're doing. And there ain't too many of that because you don't want to read. You simply don't want to read, especially my people, black folks. Now, if you put a bunch of pictures in front of them, they'll look at them all damn day long. Still ain't going to get nothing done, but they'll look at them all day long. My people love looking at pictures, but they don't like doing jack crap nothing. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? Go out there and look at the ratio for the people who actually built this country. And now look at them now and see who's doing the construction and who's not doing the construction. There's very few of my people that can do it. But I tell you what, when they can, they can. Brother Felix, man, he's a master builder. We got some people in this ministry know how. But anyway, let me close this out, all right? Let me close this out. So, you get land, you get some brethren that know how to do different stages. And what you do is like me. What I will do is I'll put out an APB, you know what I mean? I'll say, hey, brother, I am going to be at this address at this particular time right here, and we're going to help frame this home in these 3 days. We have different junctures, okay? And all the men that are heads of community, every one of them are learning building. If they don't learn it, some of them already know it. Like Elder Austin, he knows how to do sheetrock and all kind of stuff. So anyway, and then what we do is we put out an APB. Again, only thing you need is either myself, Elder Doug, or Brother James. There's somebody to know what they're doing each stage. Or either, somebody that's been under us, like Brother Scott or Elias. Now, we still got to fine-tune Elias a little more, but then you got to be willing to, which one are you going to be with? Grown men, 35, 40 years old, you don't know nothing. Which one are you going to be able to submit to an 18-year-old young man that knows more about you, knows more than building about you? You have nothing to tell him. You ain't got nothing to add if he tells you do this and do that, because you spent 40 years in riotous living and frivolity and stupidity and not doing a thing which was our very substance in the very beginning. Food, shelter. We forgot the principles, the basic principles. Well, past that, you don't have to put out all them jabs. Yeah, I do too. Because it's the only thing that's going to put a defibrillator on your wicked mind. And you watch the wicked. The wicked will sit and murmur and complain and point fingers. Check this out. And me all day long. But remember what Christ said. By their fruits you shall know them. If you listen to me, you can have your own home and be debt free in 5 years. If you choose to. But that's the fruit of this ministry right here. But if you don't, keep going. Do what you got to do. But and then we could put out APB for the brethren. The brethren could show up there, but you need to be there on time. Now, if I'm coming to a place, to a building site, we're not going to be sitting around batting scriptures. We're not going to be sitting around drinking coffee all damn day long. No, we ain't either. Because Pastor, if I get there, we're working. We're starting at 5 o'clock in the morning. And we're going to be there until I say we're done for the day. And if you can't submit to that, don't even think about coming, because I'll remove you. Because we ain't putting up with that kind of mess. I can't stand lazy people. Lazy people don't get nothing done. But they do not do a whole bunch of this. And we don't take lunch breaks. When we got a job to do, we got a job to do. And then we'll take off until it's time for the next phase. Then we do that. The ideal is to get the shell up. See, if you get the shell of the home up, you get it framed, you get the roof up. You need the roof up in order to protect what you have already invested in the wood. And then you can go from there. You can move a small camping trailer, especially during the summer months, on that particular land. A family can live there. You can get your outhouse, stick it out there. And have a little bit of running water. Do like we did. Take showers in tubs and buckets. You know what I mean? Run to the creek, sacrifice. And that's what the American people are not used to. People live like this for hundreds of years. All of a sudden, well, I can't unless I got something. I got to have the municipal water supply. Because after all, you know what I mean? I can't put this right here against a tree. I can't put this right here. No, I've got to sit down on a toilet because my behind is perfume and it has privileges. And with that mind, you're going to stay the same way you are. See, I can't have that kind of people around me. Will not have that kind of people around me. And it may take you, after you get the shell up, it may take you a year or two. But you know, after you get there, and you see the progress each and every day of what your hands put into because you're learning, and you're able to see this thing being finished, there's a sense of accomplishment that happens within the heart. And there's something in you that says, man, isn't this beautiful? And guess what? If you do it the way I tell you to do it, if you do it the way I tell you to do it, I'm going to say it again. If you do it the way I tell you to do it, you can get outside of the scope of this wicked system. That the only thing they want to do is exploit you. That's all they want to do. All they want to do. And what kind of life would it be if you had your own land and you already had a vehicle paid for, preferably a truck? And you had one or two camper trailers. You build a home big enough to where you could separate it, or you could have two places going at once. What kind of life would it be to be able to go to work and you have your whole entire paycheck to put on the land that you own, or the land that some faithful brothers and sisters own, and y'all have the truthfulness and the fear of y'all that's guiding you every day, honest and integrity of heart? What kind of life would that be? Wouldn't that be a beautiful, wonderful life to know that your check is going towards the fruit of your labors? When you go out here and you make money, it doesn't have to go $500 over here for a vehicle, a car note. $300 over here all day long for this, and a light bill, a phone bill, a clothing bill, you know how easy it is for your substance to get sucked out from under you just like that on a daily basis. This world, they're wise. They know how, as soon as you get money in your hand, they know how to get it out. Why you think they spend so much time, energy, and effort on advertising? Because they're advertising to bank on the lust of your wicked, cardinal, nasty, defiled flesh. You don't believe you will pay. You don't believe how much money people pay for pleasure rather than substance. People will go out. I watch it every week on the YouTube. I look and I go, let me see how many people are sitting here in the stadium. Up at Neely Stadium here in Tennessee. Well over 102,000 people will sit in that seat. And don't you know the average cost of going to a college football game is something anywhere between, look at this, $300 and $500 for a family to have a few hours of watching people beat the hell out of each other on a football field, chasing around a piece of leather. All because you say, my team won, my team won, my team won. You stupid, ignorant thing. It ain't your team. What type of invested interest do you got in it? Except that you're doing all the investing. You're buying the paraphernalia, you're buying the clothes, you're buying the hoods, you're buying the hats, you're buying the clothing, you're buying the logos. What do it's your team, but you investing. Okay, tell me how you profiting from it, you ignorant, stupid person. You could have took that $300 to $500 and put it back into your land, something where you're going to have roots at least until the day you die. Oh, mercy. Oh, God. I've had people, many people come to this land. The latest ones that come to this land and saw what we were doing and decided that they want to go out and do their own thing was that guy called New Tutorial, Zach. Yeah, he was the latest one to come here. And when he did, he decided he didn't want no more fellowship with Pastor Fox. He didn't want no fellowship with me. Nevertheless, there's people that come here all the time. And there are people that watch YouTube videos that have literally watched me and then have turned around and sent me letters and said, Pastor Dow, I've been listening to you for about 3 or 4 years. I have. And you know what? I've done everything that you have said. And you know what they say? God bless you. Because my family and I have never even met them. I don't know them. But you know what they done? They moved out. They got their own land. They have a nice, simple home. And you know what they have? No stress, peace, and tranquility. And a relationship with the Most High like never before. You know why? Because they don't have to live the American lie that tells you, get up and hit it hard every day in order to continue to pay and do your part, what they call the American. You be a good little American in order to make sure that this machine called the American system still works. That's why I keep telling you, no, you invest in yourself. Well, why 2 or 3? Well, you need 2 or 3 families because you always have to think about security. You do. You need 2 or 3 trustworthy families that's going to have the same honor and integrity, the level of integrity as you are. And the families, the children, the women and the children, they need to feel safe. They need to be safe. They really, truly do. But anyway, I may come back and talk to you about some a little bit later. What happens with me, I'm a preacher that it's hard for me to just stick on subjects like this without giving you all the other stuff, because most preachers out there, they can tell you what to do, but they're not going to tell you the things that, and the challenges that's going to be sitting in front of you if you do them. I am. Can't help it. I want you to be informed because I have experience, and believe you me, a lot of people are watching this video. I get emails. I can show you emails about people asking me almost every week how to do community, what to expect, how to do. Most of them are too prideful to humble themselves to actually sit at my feet and learn. I can make videos like this, but you still don't have the wisdom behind running it. And that's the truth. And that's the truth straight away. But anyway, hey, it's a good little series so far, isn't it? Shalom.